In the United States, an estimated 460,000 children are reported missing every year. The loss of a child may be the worst trauma a human being can experience. Serenity was a 9-year-old who vanished, never to be seen again. The case of Serenity Dennard remains one of the most mysterious unsolved missing children cases I have ever come across. Serenity was a 9-year-old that was attending the Black Hills Children's Home in Rockville, South Dakota, when she ran away on February 3, 2019, never to be seen again. Early on, Serenity's life was faced with difficulties when she was placed in foster care after her birth parents were locked up. Over the next couple of years, Serenity moved from foster home to foster home until the year 2014, when she was adopted by Chad and Darcy Dennard. A year later, Chad and Darcy divorced, and Serenity was then raised by Chad and her stepmother, Cassandra, along with 3 siblings. Serenity had developed several disorders due to the result of staying in many foster homes from the time she was removed from her birth parents until she was adopted. Her medical condition caused frequent outbursts and involved frequent attempts of running away due to attachment disorder. As a result, her parents opted for a 14-month inpatient treatment plan at the Black Hills Children's Home, which started 8 months prior to her disappearance in July 2018. Based on her history of running away, she was considered high risk and needed to be at an arm's length away at all times. On February 3, 2019, 6 children playing in the gymnasium while 2 staff members observed the children. Serenity, along with another child, developed a plan which involved creating a trick allowing Serenity to escape. While the children were playing at the gymnasium, the girls executed their plan. One of the girls ran out of the door and back in before one of the staff members was able to catch her. This ended up splitting the 2 staff members, allowing Serenity to escape from the gymnasium doors. It took approximately 3 to 5 minutes before additional staff members began to look for Serenity, since the other 2 staff members were watching the other children. 2 people in the school parking lot were dropping off their children at the school and observed the 9-year-old running towards the wood and notified the school. They also observed her walking along the side of the road before they lost sight of her due to the terrain. This was the last known sighting of her. It was winter in South Dakota, and the day Serenity disappeared, the temperatures were freezing. At the time of her escape, Serenity was only wearing a long-sleeve t-shirt, jeans, and snow boots. When police arrived, they immediately began to look for Serenity and even established a mobile command center to look for her through the night and into the next day, which included knocking on approximately 40 doors in the surrounding area and even elevating her case to the national level. Over the next few days, the school staff was interviewed along with her adoptive parents, but there was no sign of Serenity. The search continued for over 2 years and was one of the largest searches in South Dakota history. However, nothing has ever materialized, and the investigation was officially called off on January 28, 2001 due to no new evidence. I find it interesting that Serenity could just vanish, never to be seen again, and because of this, I came up with several theories as what could have happened to her. The first theory is school misconduct. The 2 staff members who were originally tasked with watching Serenity along with the other children in the gym were later fired. According to the school, they were fired from breaking protocol while they were watching Serenity, who at the time of her disappearance was to be an arm's length away due to her prior escape attempts. Also, the school supervisor at the time of her disappearance had staff members look for her for approximately 90 minutes before calling the police. During this time, numerous things could have happened to her, such as an abduction or even worse, she could have died due to freezing temperatures or possibly a cover-up between the 2 staff members. The second theory of mine is that Serenity went into the woods and came back out onto the road only to be picked up by a passerby and is being held captive. In recent years, several cases of people who have been held captive for numerous years have came to light. Or a passerby picked her up and she took the ride so she can get away from the area where everyone was looking for her and ended up getting murdered. My last theory is that maybe her adoptive parents did something to her. Over the years, numerous people believe that the adoptive parent had something to do with her disappearance. Her adopted father, Chad, actually visited her the day before she disappeared. However, it was not uncommon for him to visit 4 to 5 times a month, which also involved therapy sessions. Since her disappearance, her adoptive parents have been investigated and neither parent is considered a suspect. In September of 2020, her adoptive parents ended up hiring a private investigator, a retired FBI agent, to investigate the case. He acknowledged that the case was an uphill battle, and as far as I know, no additional information had been uncovered as a result of him and his team efforts to review the case and evidence. I'm pretty positive that someone out there knows what happened to her. Alright, you guys. Well, thanks for listening. Please subscribe and like, and until next time, bye.